this country live, right? And animals, chickens, turkeys, cows, they are all being treated very well so we can eat them. We have such a steak, we like our eggs. This is what we call enriched cage. Look at the condition of that chicken. It's terrible.
You probably thought that the cage had been banned in Britain for birds that are kept for their eggs. The battery cage has been, but look what it's been replaced with. These are so-called enrichment cages. These enrichment cages supply over half the eggs in Britain. These birds are descended from the red jungle fowl. They're highly intelligent birds. Some of their behaviour is put on a par with primates. They feel empathy for one another. They think before they act, just like the mammals do. They're bright. They've got complex communication. And yet they're just dismissed as if they're nothing, as if they're commodities. These females, these girls, these hens, each and every one of them has a personality of her own. Each and every one of them has a right to a decent life. They never feel the sun, the rain, the wind. They're curious. Anyone who's kept hens will know what a delight they are and how obscene it is to cage them in this way. Surely, surely, it's time for this to end. Look at the state of this poor little girl.
It's horrible, and that's what happens when we eat chickens. We are paying for this kind of cruelty. So we are all vegans because we know this happens, and we don't want any cruelty. Because we have love inside us, we have compassion, right? We don't want to hurt anything. Humans, animals, we don't hurt anything. Come on. I know what your issue is taste. Huh?
That's it.
You like taste, right?
Taste, and I love it.
Okay.
I eat meat every day.
Okay. But what about this special baby?
Yeah, I understand that.
So, but you're a good man, right? You're a good man. You're kind.
Yeah.
But you eat this.
There is a lot of problems, man. Not only this one.
Okay.
You know,
But what can you do about?
It's more important the person than the animals.
Okay.
Okay.
But what can you do?
This is important, but it's not the most important.
Okay. So what is it that you do to help human beings?
What I do?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
So what I'm saying to you is, right, you're right, I care about children, I care about human beings, everything. But what can I do about the war in Syria? Today, standing here, what can I do about the starving children in Bangladesh? I understand what you're saying, I understand, it's not your number one priority.
No, but it's a good information.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good information.
So if you want to make a difference, okay, but you think about it.
I think.
Okay, hold on, before I shake your hand. I'm going to give you this. Can you just look into this? You know this anonymous,
I will.
okay? And think about it. I know you're a good guy. Okay, you got 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Because no one else will tell you, right? So, for example, here you're living at a slaughterhouse, 2016 in this country, right? Those pigs there will be killed at the age of 6 months, something like that. They're babies, okay? They're babies. They can live to 15 years old, roughly, right? Chickens, you know what age chickens get slaughtered so we can have our chicken curry and stuff, right? 5 to 7 weeks. 5 to 7, they're babies. If you had a 5 or 6 week old baby, you'd say cute, innocent. We're killing them and then we're eating them. It's absolutely horrendous. I'm sort of, along with my friends here, we're animal rights activists, and we care about hurting innocent animals.
You vegan?
Yes, we're all vegan here. Okay, so I wasn't vegan until 6-7 months ago. I was a vegetarian. I thought, yeah, I'm the man. I'm a dog's bollocks, I thought to myself. But I wasn't, because my son told me a cow doesn't give you milk unless it's pregnant. Did you know that? I didn't know that either, right? I was brought up in this country since I was 4 years old. I went to university here, I worked in the big city in London, made quite a lot of money working there, and I was thick as shit, because I didn't know that cows had to be pregnant to give us milk. And you know how they become pregnant? They get raped, right? You know, because the man sticks his hand up and bangs on. And then that
I need
cow's
someone else
baby,
to talk to
when
me.
it's born,
Why did you step there like that?
it's stolen, it's shot. If it's a boy, it's shot for veal in France and places. And if it's a girl, she gets robbed from her mother within hours and made a milk slave, right? And you know why? Because we want the milk from the mother.
Because humans desire the milk that was intended for these babies, the young calves are taken away from their mothers at birth, which is one of the most emotionally devastating things anyone can ever do. If the babies are males, they are killed for veal immediately, because they are of no use to the industry. Female babies will suffer the same fate as their mothers. Cows are then hooked up to machines 3 times a day to be sucked dry, which always leads to painful infections such as mastitis. As a result of this, dairy contains large amounts of pus, or somatic cells. After repeating the cycle of impregnation and milking, dairy cows become worn out and unable to produce profitable quantities of milk. Cows can normally live to be over 20 years old, but spent dairy cows are often killed at around 4 to 5 years old.
It's a bit like my wife being made pregnant by some other person forcefully, and then her child being stolen so that her breast milk can be given to the man next door. I mean, come on.
Do you know what the worst part is? You know when a human mother gives birth to a baby, it's like an unconditional love for the baby, and that's down to a hormone that's released in the brain because it's designed to, like every mammal does it, it's designed to make a really strong bond between the mother and baby. And that's exactly the same with a cow. So when the little calf is taken away from the mother, she'll scream for like weeks, and she'll be like in so much, like she'll be tortured basically from having her calf taken away because like it's just been in her womb for 9 months or whatever it's been, and even when it's in the womb, she's starting to form that bond with the baby, and it's just ripped away, and then that's it, and then she's made pregnant again, and the cycle just repeats. And like a lot of people say, it's even more cruel than meat because at least certain free range, like certain high welfare free range places, they do have some sort of a life, and then they're killed. But the dairy cows are basically like live a torturous life for maybe a few years, and then when they can't do it anymore, they give up, and it's horrible. This is a leaflet about dairy, by the way. That's got a bit about how cows are treated and how the dairy industry works.
Okay.
But like Jayesh, I had no idea. I mean, I sort of knew meat was a bit ethically problematic, but I always thought my taste was more important. But I never had any idea about dairy. I used to have dairy like 3 times a day, you know. But when I found out about that, I was like, I don't really want to be a part of that. I can just drink soya milk, I can drink almond milk, rice milk, hemp milk. There's so many other alternatives. I just see there's no reason to carry on supporting this. And that's why I'm out here trying to spread the word, basically.
It's good of you to listen to us.
Yeah, thanks so much for listening. A lot of people want to shy away. They see this and they just walk away. They don't want to know. They don't want.
Because people are scared of the truth.
They are, yeah. But the good thing is, like, you don't have. It's not really a sacrifice to stop eating these things because as a vegan, I feel healthier than I've ever felt. Like, it's a lot of evidence is coming out now that it's actually a better diet for the human body. There's a film called Forks Over Knives on Netflix. Have you seen that? I really recommend that. Have you got Netflix?
Yeah.
Go and watch that film. Forks Over Knives. Should I write it down for you?
Yeah, do it.
Will you remember that?